Hi there. So today we're going to check out the construction tutorial here. So you get 20,000 Quantas and you get 5,000 talent points, which seems to be so far about the average for the tutorials.
Welcome to the basic building tutorial, where you'll learn how to create
Oh,
and
this is the
build
cool
structures
place.
with voxels and elements. Activate the dispenser. To begin placing voxels, you must first be in build mode. To do so, aim your reticle at the core unit and press the build mode key. We will start by deploying voxel materials. First, now you must equip the material you wish to build with. Open your inventory. To be able to deploy a material, you can add it to your consumables slots for future quick access.
Oh, maybe I didn't do it right. I thought maybe I did. Oh, that's cool.
Now, to deploy voxels, hold down the left mouse button and drag to form the length and width of the shape.
Okay, so we can go like this. That's cute.
Great job. Now let's go over how to revert your changes. Anything you build in a construct can be undone quite easily. Simply enter build mode and press the undo key. Each press of this button will undo a recent voxel or element change. Try removing the shape you just added this way. Feel free to practice for a bit. When
That's
you're
cool.
done, disable build mode.
There you go. So we built that just like that. That's cool. And then, yeah. And I know you can do alt, I think, too. So I guess you can go in there, and then you can do whatever. There we go. Put a hole in there. And undo, and undo. Nice. Multiple step undo. That's actually really cool.
Move to the next platform, and we can continue. There is an additional way to remove voxels besides the undo function. To begin learning this, point at the construct. Select the Deploy Voxel tool again to continue. With the Deploy Voxel tool now active, hold down the invert key. As a general rule, this key is used to invert any tool action, and you will find it works in many different contexts. Try removing a voxel cube by holding that button down. To remove multiple voxels, simply follow the same procedure you took for placing them, but keep the key pressed. In particular, you can drag and drop a volume in the same way you did when deploying voxels. Remove the red wall and enter the next room to continue.
Okay.
Looks like you have got the hang of it now. Let's move on to create. In addition to cubes, the Deploy Voxel tool is capable of placing spheres, triangles, pyramids, and cylinders.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's give that a shot now. Activate the voxel deploy. You can change the shape of your voxel brush by pressing the change shape key. Each time you press the change shape. Now let's explore how to resize your voxel brush. When you have the Deploy Voxel tool active, holding the modifier key and scrolling. Great. Now we'll try placing voxels in each of the possible brush shapes. As you can see, the position of the brush is controlled by where you look. But when placing voxels or elements, you can also gain precision by moving your point of contact around using the following keys. Pressing will revert to the mouse look-based positioning. Okay. Let's place a cube, the standard shape type for voxel placement.
I'm already done, but how did we do that? E, I think it was. Yeah, so I think what we might have to do is get in and out because we lost it. There you go. So cube. And then let's make it smaller. And then we're just going to bring it over here.
Place a sphere next.
Okay, so sphere. And then we'll just go like over this over here.
Spheres can be tricky to work with, but through creative use of their shape, you'll be able to fashion anything you can imagine. Dragging while creating this shape will extend the radius of the voxel brush. Now place a triangle.
I guess that's a triangle. Yeah, I guess it is a triangle. Why am I thinking that's not a triangle? I always think of it like going upwards, like, you know, the point being.
This shape is fantastic for
I could have flipped it, obviously.
On your structures, and are great for creating ramps and other similar angled surfaces. Dragging out this shape changes the angle of the edge, or the width of the voxel brush. Now place a cylinder.
Okay. And don't forget you can play around with this, page up, you know, things like that.
This shape is absolutely perfect for pillars, complex curved shapes, and similar creations. Dragging while creating this shape will extend the height of the voxel brush. Place a tetrahedron. It is easy to identify. It looks like a pyramid.
There you go.
Tetrahedrons are among the trickiest voxel shapes to place, but provide a fantastic slanted edge that the triangle voxel cannot replicate. Dragging out this shape changes the height and width of the voxel brush. Now place a cone.
Okay. They have a lot of shapes. That's pretty cool.
This shape is fantastic for decorating your construct and making bases to support other structures. You have now placed each of the voxel shapes. Move to the next room to continue.
Nice. Whoa.
The Select Voxel tool allows you to rapidly copy. Activate your Select Voxel tool. To use the Select Voxel tool, you will have to progressively define a rectangular volume by designating points that must be included in it. Click on the place that will be a starting point with the voxel brush. Then, click again on another corner of the volume to complete your selection. You can continue adding to this volume by selecting more voxels, or by using a modifier key in the mouse wheel. When you are satisfied with your selection, press the key to copy the voxel's volume.
There you go. Control C.
You'll notice that your cursor now displays the voxel content of the volume that you selected. It is called a voxel element. Paste a copy. You can rotate a selection, elements, the voxel brush or voxel elements through using the rotate key and scrolling with the mouse wheel. You can cancel any selection you have made quite easily. When you cancel a selection or swap tools when using the Select Voxel tool, you will lose your currently saved selection stored in the voxel buffer. To reapply your previously selected shape, you need only to activate the Select Voxel tool. Has some other useful features.
That's cool.
In addition to copying and pasting, it is also able to cut and remove voxels. Both cut and remove are accomplished in essentially the same way as copying. Select a starting and ending point using the voxel brush. Once you have made a selection, you will be able to apply, cut, and remove it. Before we can do that, you'll need to reset the current selection by pressing Escape.
There you go. So we're going to click this, and then this, and then we're going to do right to the bottom here. Is it on the bottom, I guess? And then we're going to hit Control X.
Now try the same process, but after you create your selection, press the Remove key.
So delete. Right? Valid construct. Oh, I see. Maybe she meant like... Okay, so let's do this again. Let's do like that. There you go. And then delete.
Feel free to play with rotation, cutting, copying, removing, and pasting for a while. Don't forget that you can cancel selections with Cancel. When you're ready to continue, go to the next room.
Okay.
Predefined objects you can place on constructs, such as doors, engines. To deploy an element, you'll first need to select the highlighted element tool. Now go ahead and open your inventory. Look into your inventory and find the element named steel panels. These are decorative elements you can place to make nice looking metal panels. Double-click on steel panels to add them to the temporary slot. Now that you have an element type placed in a slot, you can place it down on the construct. Don't forget that you can hold rotate and use your mouse wheel to adjust how it is oriented. Tapping the key will cycle through each possible contact surfaces it can be placed on. This allows for complete control over how your elements are deployed.
There you go.
Place 2 elements to continue.
Oops, there you go.
The Move Element tool allows you to relocate elements you have already placed down, without needing to. With the tool active,
Okay, so we just click
choose
this.
an element you placed, and click the left mouse button. This will detach the element, and once this is done now we'll cover the translate function.
That's cool.
And how to remove deployed elements. Hold the translate key, and use the mouse wheel to adjust the distance of an element relative to the desired surface. Also, using this tool you can lock the element to one plane, which is useful since you can place it on the surface you want, and move it along the desired plane, even in midair. Once you are happy with the distance, simply click the mouse. Try out the translate function now.
Oh, I see. So it's, yeah, okay. I thought it would work on here, but oh, I see. It is because it's on the surface. Oh, I see. So if you click T here and then you move it over here, you see how it's still on that plane kind of thing? So that did work. Okay. Look at this silly thing too. But, okay, so that did work. And then left mouse button, T. Yeah, so I think we're done with that. Will we just get out of it now? I keep hitting T, but I don't know why it doesn't, you know. Let's take this out of here, I guess. Alt-click. Alt-click. And then, so I guess this is a good way of doing it. So hit T on this thing, I guess.
Remember, the invert key is
scrolling
inverting
it.
the current tool's use, allowing for removal of elements rather than placing them. Use the invert key and click on the elements you added. Your highlight feedback should be orange in color when doing so, indicating that the element can be removed. That covers basic elements. To continue, go over to the dispenser and activate. So far, you've been working within existing constructs. Next, we'll go over how to create a construct from scratch.
Ooh.
To accomplish this, you will require a core unit. These enable you to construct buildings, ships, and space stations. For now, we're just going to worry about static core units, which are used for buildings. Now head outside towards the waypoint.
Okay. Over here?
Before you can place a core, you must enable the Deploy Ground Element tool. Open your inventory. Equip the Deploy Ground Element tool. Open your inventory when you are ready to proceed to the next step. Equip your static. Under Novian law, you would normally be required to deploy a territory unit to claim land, and then deploy a static core. This tutorial waives this requirement. Locate a place a small distance beside or behind the nearby building. Point your core unit at the ground, and deploy it to complete placement. Note that you can also use the translate function to elevate your core above the ground.
I guess I hit something that made it almost cancel. I think it was shift backspace or something. Bob. Oh, Bob's.
You have successfully deployed a static core. From here, you can start to add voxels and elements to it and build a home. Give it a shot using all that you have just learned. Try making a floor and perhaps some other details using the voxels you have left. You have now got a solid understanding of how to use build mode both for elements and voxels. For the final step of this tutorial, disable build mode and head to the marked waypoint. There are more tools you can try by yourself. Remember, you can always use the helper function to point at tools in your inventory and learn about them. I can't wait to see what you will create. There is no limit, save for your own imagination. When you are ready to leave, go ahead and use the teleporter.
There you go. That was a pretty cool tutorial. So, yeah, we learned how to do some building there, which is awesome. So, construction tutorial. And there you have it, my friends. So, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.